It happened again the other day. I was in a meeting, we were about ready to leave, and somebody asked me, "So, what are you going to do? Let's talk about it." I get asked that question a lot, and I have a list that I give. It's kind of my automatic answer. I tell them, I'm going to work on my pizza making or fly my flight simulators or spend more times playing in bands. But, I kind of take a different approach to that, I guess, is I don't know if everything needs to be defined. I mean, I have a general idea of what I'm going to do, and for me, it kind of feels okay. Um, I don't need everything laid out and defined. And part of the interesting part of going into retirement is, at least in some respects, figuring out what it is you're going to do. So everything doesn't need to be defined. They asked me, are you going to get another job? And, one thing I do know for sure is I don't want to go back to the corporate world. Uh, if I do go back and work, I now have the option of doing something that I really have passion about. And it's a optionality that I have that, if I'm not liking whatever it is that I end up trying, that I don't have to do it. And I think that's really what it comes down to is, I don't want to sit around and do nothing. I just want to do things that I'm interested in. And having the option to work is really what it's all about for me. So I keep the list in my back pocket. It's kind of the standard answer. But another thing that's kind of behind it is, that I can't really talk about or be blunt about when talking to particularly work friends is that, you know, I, I, I don't want to measure myself by how much I can get done in a day or a week or by a particular deadline. I'm kind of past that, and there's not much juice there. That's not how I measure success anymore. But it seems to be so prevalent in the corporate world. But you know, I I can't necessarily bring that aspect of it up or talk about it with my corporate friends. I don't know, they may not, they probably wouldn't understand that or say, "Yeah, Jason, you're going to be so bored, or your life's going to be empty. What are you going to shoot for?" Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is that's not something that's particularly important to me anymore. And what kind of strikes me as interesting is, you work a career for 30 years, and at the end of it, as long as you've got this list of two or three things that everyone thinks that that's okay, you're going to be all right. I don't know. It's kind of funny. So I think for now, the list is enough to answer the question and let that conversation resolve itself. And whatever uncertainty that's left, I'm okay with. And I'm actually looking forward to exploring whatever it is that does come. So until next time, this is the Rieko Files.